Hello, Akko here again. Welcome to episode 8 of my Feed the Beast Ultimate Beginner's Guide. Couple of things. Our tree farm's going. I'm going to go down there in a second. I moved the chunk loader over here a bit. So we've got it set to 3. I'll put the layers on. You can see that it's quite a good way out. So our entire base is encompassed by the chunk loader. So now if we go anywhere else, this will all stay loaded. And of course, if you're on a server, that'll stay loaded all the time. A couple of things I'm going to do in this episode. First thing is, this is starting to fill up. Oak trees get these big great oak trees, which I don't know if they're going to be a problem because they slow things down a bit, but they get a hell of a lot of wood in them. So it's probably a good thing. But I don't know if I should be using birch trees or not. I'm going to stick with oak trees for now. And I'm not going to be able to get into there. Let's have to fight our way in. And oops, the Omni wrench changes the direction of the chest, by the way. Looking there, we're getting quite a bit of stuff already. I've been on about half an hour. But if you're safely on a server, this would easily overflow overnight. So what we need to do now is find a way of storing all that. At some point in the future, we'll probably use a thing called a tesseract, which can just send them items straight into where we're going to use them. But for now, we need some kind of intermediate storage. And for that, I'm going to create our first thing from Man Factory. And it's going to be some things called deep storage chests that can hold 2 billion of one item. So we'll look at the recipe for them. So let's clear out our stuff out of our fabricators here. There we go. And now let's look for deep storage unit. We need 3 ender pearls. Oh, we need 5 ender pearls for that. That's quite expensive. I'm pretty sure that's more expensive than last time I looked at it. Interesting. Unless it was that way last time I looked at it as well. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 ender pearls, some plastic sheets, some factory machine blocks. So this is quite expensive actually. 5 ender pearls is going to be 20 iron using our cheaty minium stone. So let's get that sorted straight away. Oops. So there's 5 ender pearls. So you see, the minium stone really does make a difference. This kind of thing, you'd have to wait quite a while to get this. If you have to wait for stuff like Endermen. Of course, what am I doing looking at that for? I don't know what that is. And we should have some blaze powder left. We have, so we'll use 2 of our blaze powder. This is a worthy cause for blaze powder. We are going to have to go to the end at some point, which we're going to need blaze powder for. But by then, we should have access to a blaze spawner in the nether. So, first thing we need then, there's 2 things in this, factory machine block and plastic sheets. So let's put them into a different fabricator each. Let's put that one into there. So, there we go. So you see, a factory machine block also takes plastic sheets. And plastic sheets are made from raw plastic. And if we take that one step further, then raw plastic is made from smelting rubber bars. Okay, and rubber bars from smelting rubber from the rubber trees we've got. So if you look in here, we've got 62 rubber. Would like 64, but 62 is going to have to be enough. So I'm going to start smelting this rubber up. I smelted some charcoal there from the wood that the tree farm's given us, and I've started putting it into here to get the rest of our stuff processed. So that can go in there. The next thing I'm going to do in this episode, once we've got this storage sorted out, is we're going to start setting up a bit of a better processing system that can take some of the wood from out of there, turn it into charcoal, and use that to process all our gear. We'll start getting a bit of bonus material as well. So here we go. We need to wait a while, smelt all this into rubber bars, smelt it all again into plastic, and then we can make plastic sheets. So I'll be back when that's ready. And we're back, and we're nearly done. Just waiting on the last rubber bar, getting re-smelted again into raw plastic. There we go. Now we want to put that into squares. That gets us the plastic sheets, as we showed you there. So now we've got 32 plastic sheets. You can see we want 3 in there. This is going to get us 3 machine blocks, which is good. This only needs 1. So we'll need 3 in there, and then we've got 27 left. Okay, 3 of them can go in there, 2 of them. I just killed an enderman under the base. I could hear him, so I went and killed him. And got another ender pearl, so that spare one can go in there. So now we need some stone, and that should be it. So in our blocks chest, we've got some stone. 1, 2, 3. There we go. That makes 3 of them. And oops, wanted 1 more. Oh, what am I doing? 1 more in there. There we go. 4 deep storage units. Pretty expensive, but the amount of stuff these hold is definitely worth it. Now, in our crafted items chest, we want our cobblestone transport pipes and our diamond transport pipes. So, I say this will be getting kind of replaced at some point, but there's some of these deep storage units are very useful bits of kit to have. So, how are we going to do this? We probably want to go... really make another shovel, I need to. I'm going to go under the track there. Yeah, that'll do. So, for now, we can go like so, and then we'll replace this chest with that pipe in a minute. Yeah, that's good. And then, so if we come over here, we should see our pipe somewhere. Your pipe. Looks like it, doesn't it? I think that's connected. Let's double check. Let's break that. Yeah, that's correct. Okay. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to try this a couple of ways. I'll show you what happens if we do just with a cobblestone pipe. And that might work. But if that don't work, we can use diamond pipes. So let's actually move that. So let's put 3 of our deep storage units over here, like so. What we're going to do in this, you can set what the input and output is. So we want our input to be from the down, and put everything else to output at the minute. But the only important thing is where things go into this. Then inputs from the bottom. So we want input from the bottom of them all. That should be fine. And I think to sort this out, we may have to use diamond pipes here, so that we can direct things into the right one. But let's double check, and you can't jump off pipes up 1 block, it's a bit of a nightmare. It's slightly lower than the block there, you see? So right, let's stop hitting that with a wrench for a start. Let's take all this stuff out of here, and let's put a bit of it into each one. So we want our wood. We'll go with our apples in the first one. Our saplings in the second one. And our wood in the third one. So what this does is you can't need more than a stack of each. Once that's an output stack, so you can just come and grab a stack whenever you want. They're the inputs, and once you've got more than a bit in there, it'll start storing. You can store 2 billion. So I can get 2 billion saplings in that without having to worry about it. You see, so that 64 is not counted. So 64, 126, 127, 128. So I think we may only have issues if what'll happen is if things will start trying to go into there, won't they? We don't want that. We want things not to go in there. So we need more than a stack of apples to start this off, which we ain't got yet. But I'm curious to see if it actually works with normal cobble pipes. Let's see if I've got any apples in here. It'd be very useful if I did have. And of course, I've got 9. Yeah, we'll get in there. We'll get in there. Let's see if this works. To see if I can avoid using diamond pipes, I am going to wait until we've got 64 apples, I think. Back in a sec. Okay, that works. What I've done is I've put a bit of sand in first, so there's a bit of sand blocked in there. Once we've got more than 64, I'll take that bit of sand out, and then it'll put 64 apples in the output slot. So that works, that works. What we can do now is we can grab all this stuff, because we need to just have that empty for a sec. Empty-ish. And apples, saplings, and then wood So we've got quite a good amount of wood. And then we can break this chest. I think it's going to spill on the floor for a second, so I'll put a bit of pipe down. And I've used all my... oh, of course I have. I've used all... That was bound to happen, wasn't it? I've turned out I've used all the cobble pipe, so I think it's going to fall on the floor. So I just have to use a diamond pipe just for now. The thing's going to fall on the floor, or will it go that way? Okay, I'm going to replace that with a bit of cobble pipe when I make some more. So now we see where this goes. Actually, I'll probably replace it with cobble with gold pipe so it goes a bit quicker. So in theory, these guys should behave. I'm using the Omni wrench, by the way, to break stuff because it has no durability. So even though it's not the correct tool for breaking mud and stuff, at least I'm not wearing on my pick or my axe. So these should only go into the one that's a valid inventory. So all this wood should go straight into that one. There we go, that seems to be working. And because the only three things we can get in this system are wood, saplings and apples, this should work fine. You see, there's our wood going up. Excellent. I think I'm going to make this a bit quicker. Just going to run back to the house and make some gold wiring, I think. Because now we're getting plenty of wood there. And now, of course, while we're here, before it gets dark, that guy's staying stocked, so that's got 64 charcoal, because obviously the charcoal feeds back into there, and it's keeping stocked with 64 wood whenever it burns some, and then it's trying to fill this up, and it's slowly getting there. Each time this goes round, it's used a little bit less charcoal than last time, so now we've got 3 stacks of 64 in there. We've taken some from the first stack that we can't see, but we've got 3 stacks of 64 in there, and once this reaches 64 then that'll jam that up and it won't use the wood for that. So totally enclosed system. All we need to do at the minute is come out here and grab stacks of wood whenever we need it. Excellent. I'm going to go in, sleep, and be back in a bit. So back outside again, and all I'm going to do is, I've got 2 bits of gold and a bit of glass. I make some things called gold transport pipes. Now the difference between gold and cobblestone is gold speeds things up. So we've got nothing happening at the minute because this is emptied. Because our cart still is making its way around again. So what happens is, you see the cart gets all this stock in it, and then each time it comes around it dumps it all, and then this little process starts again. So at the minute it's using quite a bit of that as it's catching up, but it's all good. It's all good. So I'm going to put a bit of gold transport pipe here. So now if we force something into there, let's take a stack of wood. No, it doesn't matter, our cart's back. There we go. So that's going to start throwing all its stuff in there. There it goes. You see that start coming out. And it's this gold pipe, it should speed up a bit. You can, if I had plenty of gold, I probably would do the full thing out of gold pipe. Yeah, the way they work now, the full thing out of gold pipe would be better. I've not got a lot of gold at the minute, so I'm just going to use that one for now. They're slowed down again straight away, so yeah, that one gold pipe doesn't do a lot at all. Have we got enough apples yet? Not quite. We might have in a second. Okay, that ain't wet. Right, it's splitting in between the two, so these are going to go on the floor. Okay, so we do need diamond pipes. So that's good to know. What it's doing is, it's distributing them, so it's going to see one up, one across, one up. Oh, it's going to, I don't know how the hell it's deciding to do that, to be honest. So we need to change this a bit. We'll start with that. This last one should be actually okay because it's just going to be wood, and wood's only got one place to go. But it's these other two I'm going to have to change. Always making a cock of things. That's taking wood into there at the minute. How much wood room for wood is there? Not a great deal. But if we take that out, gives us a bit more leeway. Let's change these. Stop messing about. Let's change these for gold. So it goes nice and quick. like so. And then let's have these two as diamond. So what we can do is diamond, diamond. So if we set white in there to be apples, it'll send white up, and everything else it'll just let carry on. If we set white in there to be saplings, it'll send saplings up and let anything else carry on. And the only thing that can carry on after that is wood. So wood will go into there. Yeah, excellent. Yeah, it's got a pop up there to sort out. So now we get out of here. Let's help that on its way a bit by filling that up. There we go. So now all the wood should come along here, go nice and quick down them gold pipes. And I think that should be sorted. Let's just make sure. Let's just sling some apples and saplings in there. Oops, going to be the bottom one. Apples and saplings in there. This is a bit slow. Once we get a thing called an autarkic gate, we have to speed that up by putting an autarkic gate on there. What an autarkic gate does, it actually sits on the pipe rather than having an engine under the pipe. So it acts like a gate, but it's actually on the pipe, and it's a lot faster. So it'd fill this up a lot quicker. So there's the old wood going. Come on, let's see the other stuff in there. Right, sorry about this bit of waiting around, but let's make sure we've got it right here. So 635. So now, once we leave this, we never have to touch it again, you see. So making sure it's right. So let's see where these saplings and these apples go. If they go where they should, then we can shut this up. So you see, saplings are going up there. Apples are going in there. Excellent. That's all good. So I'm going to shut that up. There's no real need for the gold pipe. It could have gone nice and slow, to be honest, but that's like the look of it. We've got more than 64 in there now, so I'll take that out. There we go. So now we've got room for 2 billion each of them, and we can actually take some stacks of wood and start using it. Excellent. While I'm out here, I brought a couple of bits with me. We might as well sort out a bit of automation on our beehive. So the first thing I'm going to do is put an engine down, and then we want wooden transport pipe. Oops, didn't mean to do that. I'll use my pick to do that. First of all, we want a lever just over there, turn that on, put our engine down. It's going to start spitting bees out at us because there's bees in there. I've not got a chest set up yet. Need to do with this gold pipe, and then diamond pipe, and a chest. And what I want it to do is send bees back into there. So we need a princess and a drone, and that's the blue colour. So blue, we'll put princess and drone. So now that'll feed them back in there, and it'll feed anything else into here. So that should work. So we'll start making our first little apiary there. It's going to run pretty slow, but we've started a little bit of automation on bees. We'll start getting a bit of so these are hybrids because we've got silky comb, so they're not actually forest. But until we get a thing called a beealizer, we can't actually see what that is. But so I'm in no rush for that. I'm just getting things a little bit geared up for later. And while I'm out here, let's grab all this fully grown wheat here. I'll just put a lily pad there, by the way, just lets you walk across the water block without falling into it. Because always falling into your water block can get a little bit irritating. And sort this out. All very manual at the minute, but we're on our way to start making this into farms. The first part of that was obviously getting a power source, and now we've got unlimited charcoal. Just need to set up a system that turns all this wood into charcoal. So I'm going to cut a sec, and then I'll be back when I work out what's next. And I'm back, and I'm in the nether, and The reason why I'm in the nether is because the next thing we're going to need a bit of glowstone. So I've tried to come to nether. I got jumped by ghasts as soon as I came in. And I managed to get one ghast here. I've killed like 4 ghasts up to now. They're spawning everywhere. Using all my arrows up, which is unfortunate. But I've only just come from the portal here. So as soon as I came in, I started getting jumped. Ah, that was miles away. Come on. Keep missing that guy. There you go, he's dead. So let's just run over here, see if he drops a ghast tear, because ghast tears are very useful. If he did drop one, he probably drops it in this lava, which is no good. Yep, nothing there for me. That's a shame. So I need a bit of glowstone dust, which is up on the roof. So I'm just going to... Looks quite safe over this way. There's ores and stuff in here, by the way, but be careful. If you start mining it, you'll aggro the zombie pigmen. And zombie pigmen, early game, are quite hard to deal with. They hit quite hard. So we're not going to piss them guys off just for now. This is a good... kind of good. It's right above some lava, which is not kind of good, but... I don't want to be falling into that. What I'm going to do, I'm going to use some of this netherrack. We'll always get more netherrack. You're going to spill on me? Please don't spill on me. That's kind of dealt with. Kind of. Let's get a bit more netherrack and we'll cover that up a bit. Appears to be safe, you know. The reason why we're doing it here is our next thing, and I was going to show you on the board back at the house, but I thought I'd come check the nether was safe first. And once I started doing a bit of stuff here, I thought I might as well just show you this. Now, a lot of people don't do this as soon as I do it, but I think it's best to get power storage. And one of the best things for power storage is a thing called a redstone energy cell. So there's a couple of things we need for that, which we ain't got yet. Which is... I don't want to lose all that glowstone into that lava. So I'll build a little platform here just to work from. It's a bit ugly, but you know. A couple of things redstone energy cell needs. It needs a thing called a magma crucible that I'll show you the recipe of when we get back. But that needs a thing called netherbrick. And netherbricks you find in nether fortresses. And they're fortresses that are scattered about in the nether, which we haven't found one of yet. Well, we could go for a look around for one, but it really is easier once you've got a jetpack to do stuff like that. So rather than mess around looking all over for something I may not even find, I want to use a little, probably not very well known technique to actually change netherrack into actually to change smooth stone into nether brick. So for that I need a thing called a soul forge, which is from the soul shards mod, and the fuel for that takes glowstone and soul sand. So we also need to find some soul sand. So I'm going to get a bit of this glowstone, we'll look for some soul sand, and I'll be back when I've found some. Well, I was over there getting... I can hear him. I was over there getting that soul sand, I came over here, and look what I found. I found get away. Ow. Ow. I found a nether fortress. So it turns out there's one right here, which is nice. I'm burning a bit, I'm not happy about. I don't want to go down there just yet because there's a thing called wither skeletons that are very dangerous. But that stops us needing the... what's the word I'm thinking of, sorry. That stops us needing the soul forge to get nether brick because we've got some here. I'm going to show you how to do it anyway. Still need some soul sand. The problem I'm finding with soul sand is I don't know what it looks like in this texture pack. So let's have a look around. I think that's some down there. So I'll get a safe way down to here, because it looks like I'm above a corridor. So let's just find our way down here. The problem with nether brick is it's very dark, so you can't see a lot when you're down here. That pigman looks a bit angry with me, but I think he's alright. I'll put a little waypoint here. Fortress will do. Just so I've got a way of getting back out again. And that's where I came in. So I need to be careful. I need to look around for black skeletons, called wither skeletons. I think they might actually be grey. This texture pack. There's some soul sand, so that's good. So we've got our soul sand, so I've not got a shovel, idiot. Should really have a shovel. Have I got anything I can make a shovel with? No. Okay, that's a shame. Double checking my bag there, make sure I've got... Can I turn this into anything else? Using that? No. What you? No. Thought I could maybe turn this into cobble and then make myself a cobblestone shovel, but no such luck. No. See if I could change that to anything. The little red ball in the bottom right would turn into what I could change it into. So no good, no good. Okay. Just have to use a bit of gunpowder at the minute. Look over the edge, make sure this is not got a big drop under it. Now we seem to be safe. That's good. I want to get a little bit of this stuff. About half a stack should do for now. And then, because of this little adventure, this episode will probably run a bit long. So, the next thing we're going to make, the redstone energy cell. The machines are waiting for that. I'll get all the gear in this episode. I'll get all the gear between this episode and the next, and I'll actually make all that in the next one. So then we can start actually storing MJ, rather than just getting it when we need it. So with that, what we can do is we can set up a little system that takes our wood, turns it into charcoal, and fills up a redstone energy cell. Now, there's the gas somewhere, but I don't see him. Let's get back up here. So I've got 38 of that, half a stack, that's good enough. And let's get some of this bit of nether brick. Okay, and what we should have in here as well, because this is the fortress, we should be able to find a blaze spawner, which is very useful. But for now, I'm going to get back to my house, and I'm going to show you some things with this. Back in a sec. Well, a zombie pigman's followed me through. I'm not happy about that, so I'm going to give him a bit. And these guys can be trouble, but see, it took a bit of health off me there. But hopefully his friends won't have aggroed because of that. I don't think that works through portal. Right, so the reason why I went to get this stuff is because I didn't know there was a nether fortress there. If we look at the two bits of kit we're going to need, we need a thing called a liquid transposer, which we made all these before. We made a bucket, we made a machine frame, and that, so glass, copper. And then the other thing we need is a thing called a magma crucible, and that takes nether brick. And we didn't have a fortress, so we couldn't get nether brick. So I was going to use a little technique here. Let's put that back in there. What we need to do is we need to cook this soul sand. Should maybe not cook all that just yet. Let's keep 18 of that. There's a lorry going by outside the house, so I apologise if you can hear that. Let's store all the other stuff in there. We'll put our gas tier in there for now with that stuff, and our glowstone. So next episode we're going to be making these guys. I say a lot of people don't usually do this straight away, but I want to make something called a redstone energy cell, which is redstone energy cell, which is this guy, which can store 600,000 MJs, and I want to make a thing called energy conduits. These guys, which is the way we can then use to start powering our machines up. There are some buildcraft power lines, but I'm not a particular fan of them, so I generally just skip them, go straight to the energy conduit, and then we'll start building our machines up from there. So what I was going to make, because I didn't know there was a fortress there, so if you can't find a fortress, don't despair, you can always do this, is what you to do is combine a bit of Valdust and a bit of glowstone, corrupted essence. So Valdust is just cooked soul sand, and then corrupted essence is just mixed Valdust and glowstone dust. Then we're going to have to use our obsidian that we've got here and a bit of stone. And we combine this. We want 5 obsidian. We'll have to get some more obsidian pretty soon. Some stone across the top. It gets a thing called a soul forge. Soul forge, very useful. And soul forge can just go in there. What we do in the soul forge is let's combine some more of this stuff. This vile dust and this glowstone dust. Gets us corrupted essence. Now, the main thing we're going to use this soul forge for is if we put a diamond in there now, after 8 minutes it would have used up some of this corrupted essence and we'd get 3 soul shards in there. And that's what you start using to trap mobs. We're not going to do that just yet. What we are going to do is take just 4 smooth stone, combine them into a stone brick. You put stone bricks in there, to don't shift click into there. We put stone bricks in there, and wait a second, while it uses some corrupted essence to cook that, you'll see it'll turn it into netherbrick. So you have got a way of getting netherbrick if you can't find a fortress. So do not despair if you've looked around the nether and your nether portal's nowhere near a fortress. So there we go. Very useful, very useful. And I think I ain't got a lot of diamonds, sorry, I ain't got a lot of gold, but I am going to be cheeky. I'm going to turn 4 more gold into a diamond, and I'm going to put that in there, and next episode we'll have some soul shards. Right, so I'm going to wrap up there for this episode. Just before I go, I've changed the board a little bit. We've got our first MJ, we had Sterling engine there. I've changed that to energy storage, so that's our next target for there. We still need some basic EU power, which I'm going to use lava for. Resources, I've taken the Steve Cart's farm from there because we've got that now, but we're going to set some MFR farms up. That's Man Factory Reloaded. We'll be sorting out our cows, we'll be getting some sewage, turning that into fertiliser. Then we can make an automated wheat farm, an automated string farm, and automated cow farm as well actually. We can do quite a bit of stuff with that, so we're making some of that stuff. Still need to get a better rubber source. My eventual source is going to be bees, but I'm going to show you the other ways of getting rubber if you don't like bees. So bees we're going to still do, and then pretty soon I'm going to do a little bit of Thaumcraft because I've got 31 levels as you see, and I'd like to enchant a Thaumcraft item because I think they're the best things to enchant early game. So yeah, I hope this was entertaining and educational, and I hope you join me next time. And there's another pigman coming through. Thank you very much for watching, and thank you for any likes, favourites, subscriptions, comments, messages, all very welcome. Thank you very much. So yeah, I'll see you next time. Cheers. Bye.